What is going on, everyone? This is Nero again. Today for you, some demolition gameplay, this time on the map rundown. Playing some Modern Warfare 2 with a FAMAS. I think I got Scavenger on, I got Stopping Power on, I got Ninja on, and yeah, FMJ is my attachment. I am going to go to work. You guys are 100%. You read the title correctly. You guys are right. I do go 147 and 5. Fun tidbit is that I actually almost have triple the assists throughout this gameplay than I do deaths at the end. But you're right, this is a long video, and you're not freaking out, you're not tripping, you're not in some crazy alternate dimension. This video is just over 20 minutes long, which is why you guys need to sit back, relax, grab your favorite soda, maybe go to the kitchen and get a snack, and just come back, sit, and enjoy the commentary, because we're going to be covering tons of different topics throughout this commentary about some various things in Modern Warfare 2 as well as Modern Warfare 3, which is it really gets to the heart as to why Modern Warfare 3 spawn system is completely just out there, just completely out in the open. So first and foremost, we're playing some Demolition, which Demolition is a game mode that was implemented into Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2 is the first time we saw Demolition, and Demolition was a game mode that a lot of people took a lot of interest in as the game came out. As soon as the game came out, people were very interested in Demolition. Why? Because Demolition kind of takes the best of both worlds from two different game modes: Search and Destroy and Team Deathmatch. Basically, you take Search and Destroy and you combine it with Team Deathmatch, and that is what you get. It's basically Search and Destroy with extra lives. You have unlimited lives. The objective is not only to plant one bomb site, but to plant both bomb sites when you're on offense, and when you're on defense, your objective is to defend at least one bomb site until the time runs out, giving your team a either a win or a loss, depending on the round, or depending on what side you're on. Now, this is a good game. I think it's cool because I don't know about you guys, I play a lot of domination, and I get kind of bored. I get bored of capping flags. I kind of like this whole, look at the AC-130, that quad airstrike. I get kind of bored of the whole, let's capture this flag, and let's run to this flag. I kind of like how there's bomb sites, and how defending the bomb sites, how fun that can be, or coordinating attacks to go attack the bomb sites and, clear people out. And that's why Demolition's a fun game mode, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it in both Black Ops and Modern Warfare 2, because Modern Warfare 2, like I said, started off, and Black Ops came along with the Demolition bandwagon and involved it into the multiplayer in Black Ops. So it was pretty cool. I enjoy it. It's a fun game mode. One of the reasons I really like this game mode is the fact that kill streaks can dominate this game mode. The spawn system with the kill streaks is different in Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops as compared to Modern Warfare 3. Whereas in Modern Warfare 3, you have a 5-second, pretty much, there's a phrase for it, but I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's basically a can't kill time. As soon as you spawn, you have 5 seconds of free time that you can run around. The air support will absolutely not recognize you. And if you're using something like an AC-130, and you drop even the main cannon of the AC-130 down the ground on people, and they're within their 5-second free time zone, or you're just gonna get hit marker on those people. Those people will not go down. They'll get hurt, but they won't die as long as they're within that 5-second time frame. And that kind of ruins the whole set area of the spawn system. I can understand from both points of views. My point of view is, if you earn that kill streak, you should reap every benefit from that kill streak. You should get as many kills as possible. You should not, people should not be able to avoid your kill streak in any way. That's my thought. Well, I guess, if they try and shoot it down, they try running away with cold blood, they can avoid that way. That's fair. But the game shouldn't make it so it's impossible to kill them with a kill streak. And that's one of the reasons the Modern Warfare 2, or Modern Warfare 3 rather, kind of failed for me, is the fact that I don't enjoy the fact that when I have kill streaks out, they can't kill anybody during a certain period of time. That's just not cool to me. Here in Modern Warfare 2, completely different. The air support can take out people during that allotted time, that allotted 5 seconds. We're going to be checking out right here. So I'm going to call in the AC-130, and we're going to spray down. We got one. Can I get the second? Nope, I got the assist. I see they're all inside the bar. But once I get a few of them killed off, you guys are going to realize that I'm going to be taking them out pretty quick. And notice, as you're watching the enemy spawn, you're going to notice, see, I just killed these guys. Wait for it. You see how they popped up right there on the bridge? And let's see, they're popping up out here in the field. Notice how they have the red bar around them, or the red box rather, around them the entire time. That's because they do not have that 5 seconds of allotted time that allows them to get out. See, these guys all just spawned up here. Now I'm gonna have, reap the benefits of my kill streak. My kill streak is gonna get me kills. I'm gonna be able to take people out, and that's where the AC-130 shines, is being able to rain down on spawns. And basically, it's a good feeling. It's just one of those feelings you get in Call of Duty. It's like, nice, man. I'm tearing them up. I'm getting all these kills. It's fun. I'm having a great time. And that's one of the things I really didn't like about Modern Warfare 3, is the fact that AC-130s were next to worthless because they're in the air how long? Either 45 seconds or a minute, if I'm right. 45 seconds or a minute, they're up there. And every time you kill someone, you have to wait 5 seconds before you can try and kill them again. And it just your average AC-130 in Modern Warfare 3 is going to get 5 kills if you're lucky. Where how many kills did I get in that AC-130 right there? It's just the kill streak setup in Modern Warfare 2 is just much more better to me. I think it's a lot better here in Modern Warfare 2 as compared to Modern Warfare 3. I think honestly they got it right the first time. Now, another thing we're going to be talking about in Modern Warfare 2 would be the spawn system. The spawn system in Demolition is something that is very, very fun to do, and check it out. I go 43 now. If I were actually going for the nuke, the game would have been over, but since I'm running Predator, Harrier, AC-130, the game gets to continue. Now, the spawn system in Modern Warfare 2 Demolition is good. It is completely different than the Modern Warfare 3 spawn system. The Modern Warfare 3 spawn system is if we walk too close to their spawn, they're going to spawn the enemies literally on the bomb, and they can just walk in and plant it while we're on the other side of the map. That's not how it should be run. Modern Warfare 2, they try to, basically, if you're getting too close to their spawn, they try to spawn them on a different portion of the map, but on their own side of the map. You notice how Rundown here is divided by a river going through it. Well, not really a river, more of a ravine going through it with 3 bridges. They still, no matter what, no matter where you go, they will spawn them on their own half of the map. They will never, ever spawn the enemy team anywhere near the bomb sites, because that is unfair. That's pointless. Why would you? That's another reason Modern Warfare 3 fails, is the spawn system. The fact that they always do that. Like if you get too close to their spawn, bam, they're going to spawn them on the back flag, or they'll spawn them on the bomb sites, regardless of game mode. That's what happens in Modern Warfare 3, and that's why Modern Warfare 2 is much more better in my opinion. I don't even know if I probably just that sounds much more better. It's a better game. Let's go with that. For the first round, I'm 47-1. But now we're on the second round. We're going to be discussing a few different topics now that we're here on the second round. For the second round, we are going to be talking about, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the spawn trap. Now, for those of you who don't know, spawn trapping has been a part of Call of Duty since COD 2 multiplayer in Call of Duty even started. That's just how it goes. Spawn trapping is how it works. There's 2 kinds of spawn trapping basically. There's the kind of spawn trap where they're all spawning like within a building or somewhere and like that, and they're basically running out to their death because we're all set up around the building or something like that. Or maybe they're all stuck at a flag, and if they try and advance out of that flag, we're just kind of there waiting for them, and we're basically keeping them contained at their flag. There's one form of spawn trapping. Another form of spawn trapping is like literally seeing them pop up and just shooting them as they spawn in. That's the fun kind of spawn trapping, if you can ever, because it rarely happens. It rarely happens in any game mode except Demolition. Demolition is a game mode where it can happen on particular maps, and Rundown is one of those particular maps. The reason it happens on Rundown when they're on the defensive side here is because there's not too much room on their side of the map. One of the reasons they can't just spawn them somewhere else is because they want to play fair and competitive. Like I said, if they are going to spawn people on defense over on the offensive side, that's unfair to the offensive side. So the defense already has the advantage of being on defense. The defense isn't going to be spawned, on the offensive side. You just let the offense just walk in and plant the bomb, like I said earlier. Same scenario. But here on Rundown, there's not too many spots for them to actually go. There's not too many spots for them to go, and you're going to be seeing, like, once we get this heated up, once we get this spawn trap going, we're going to be taking them out and pretty hard. I think you guys are going to think it's pretty funny. Now, that's one thing Modern Warfare 3 tried to take away. They completely tried to take that out of the game, was the fact that they did not want any form of spawn trapping. They wanted to be fast and competitive, which we all know how that turned out. It was fast, but it was fast and annoying. No one really enjoys the Modern Warfare 3 spawn system, or at least the majority of the people don't enjoy the spawn system, because like I said, you get too close to a flag, bam, they're behind you. Basically, what I'm saying, the point of this right now, the point of this whole rant where I'm just basically going nowhere with, is that spawn trapping is a necessary evil. If the map is not properly set up, if the map itself is not set up, then yeah, people are going to be spawn trapped. That's the name of the game in Call of Duty. But the problem is with the developers. They need to make the maps better to take out spawn trapping. If people aren't being spawn trapped, that means that the map was set up like their spawn system rather is set up like Modern Warfare 3. Whereas, they can just spawn behind you immediately or stuff like that, and that just makes for a bad game. I mean, you guys wonder why you're always getting shot in the back in Modern Warfare 3 is because, that's just the way it's set up. You notice my AC-130 can't angle over there towards the people. Just the angle the AC-130 is flying right now, I cannot reach that area. And look at all the kills down there, but I can't get them. And like I said, up here in this building now we have the bird's eye view. This basically shows where they're going to spawn. They're all going to spawn up there. We call it the embassy. That's basically the only place they're going to be able to spawn, up in that area. But like I said, I think it's a necessary evil, because if there isn't some spawn trap, because it's not like spawn trapping occurs on every single map. A lot of the maps are set up so that there is no spawn trapping. There's multiple safe places to go hide. Here on Rundown, and mind you, it's only on this side of Rundown, there's just really no spot, because the top half of this map right here is just not big enough, and that's the reason why they couldn't trap, or why they get trapped so hard. And you're gonna be seeing some pretty hard trapping here pretty soon. But like I said, I think it's a necessary evil, because if they change the spawn system, that to kind of detect whether or not you're getting too close to their spawn, you're gonna have Modern Warfare 3 all over again. And if they implement this in the Black Ops 2, you're gonna have Modern Warfare 3 all over again with horrible spawns. I mean, I'm not even necessarily mad about the guns in Modern Warfare 3. The only two things I hate: the spawn system and the death streaks. The death streaks are horrible. I mean, they are in this game, but the death streaks are not nearly as prevalent here in Modern Warfare 2 as they are in Modern Warfare 3. Like, it seems like Dead Man's Hand just everywhere. People with juice coming at you, strafing you out, just everywhere. The death streaks are what kind of ruins the game, and the spawn system, the inconsistency of the spawn system in Modern Warfare 3 is what ruins it. And so spawn trapping is a necessary evil, because like I said, it only occurs on certain maps. One of them is demolition here on Rundown. Another one would be demolition on Favela, and a little bit on Scrapyard. Not too much, but a little bit on Scrapyard. It's possible on Scrapyard. Those are the only 3 maps where you will literally, watch people spawn. And, is that really that big of a problem? Because when you're playing demolition, mind you, a lot of people know that demolition is kind of about spawn trapping, or that if you run to a full party in demolition, typically they're going to be trying to spawn trap you. You get easy kills, get easy kill streaks. We were just playing demolition for the fun of it. I put out a tweet last night, and I was like, hey guys, I'm gonna play some objective modes. I'm gonna play some capture the flag or demolition. If you guys want to play, hit me up. We play a bunch of capture the flag. We got kind of bored of it. I mean, we were doing well. I mean, we were winning like 20, 30 to nothing every game. We were having fun playing that. But like, let's play some demo. And once this map came up, I explained to these guys, I'm like, I have a lot of experience here in Modern Warfare 2, and I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know that if we play it right, we can spawn trap them on top of the hill. And they're all like, yeah, dude, let's try it. And we tried it, and we got it. I mean, it was pretty simple, and it was fun to do. It was enjoyable. Check it out. You've seen 2 people spawn right in front of me. 3 people, 4 people, 5 people. Make them all stop. But yeah, it's a necessary evil, I think. If you guys will let me know your opinions towards this, I think it's a necessary evil because, like I said, it only occurs on 3 maps, and it only, and I'm gonna repeat this one more time, only occurs in demolition. The reason it doesn't occur in domination is because domination is a little bit more fluent in terms of where people can spawn around the flag. And demolition, they basically only spawn them in the area of the search and destroy spawn, basically. And for whatever reason, honestly, I think the only problem is they just didn't put enough spawns on the defensive side on this map. They probably figured, since this is a bigger map in the game, that they didn't need to put that many spawns for the defensive team on here. And if they would have added more, because when you're on offense, you can spawn plenty of places on this map. You can spawn, look at all the people I'm trying to shoot down with the Ace-130. These guys are on offense and we're on defense. Notice how they're spawning in all these different areas? It's just a bug in the game. They didn't put enough spawn points in for the defensive team. If they were to go ahead and do that in Modern Warfare or Black Ops 2, it would have been fine. If they would have put that in the Modern Warfare 3, also, the game itself would have been fine. Just put in more spawn points, but keep them in their own area. Don't spawn them on our side of the map, or don't spawn us on their side of the map. The reason Modern Warfare 2, COD 4, World at War, and Black Ops worked so well, and why they were such phenomenal games, is because they had set spots. The map could be almost divided into 2. This is our half of the map, this is your half of the map. Or if it were domination flags, it'd be divided up into 3 points, and these 2 are our part of the map, and you're stuck at this one part of the map. That's just kind of how the game worked. And they completely threw logic like that completely out the window during Modern Warfare 3, and I'm sorry, I hate that. Like I said, guys, necessary evil. And if you don't implement some form of, you don't even need to implement spawn trapping, but if spawn trapping is not in the game, then this kind of stuff is going to happen, and where Modern Warfare 3 is just going to be such a horrible game that no one really enjoys. But and some people can make the argument, well, maybe I like running around. Maybe I like constantly spawning behind the enemy team. Maybe I like the enemy team spawning behind me. It keeps it fast, keeps it fair. I hate spawn trapping. Spawn trapping shouldn't be in any game. Well, believe it or not, there is spawn trapping in Modern Warfare 3. And it's in Sabotage. I think Capture the Flag, too. Sabotage on Mission and Sabotage on Dome, I know for a fact, are spawn trap maps. You can spawn trap. Like, literally, you will watch them pop up. They will die. And if you're wondering, I actually haven't covered this, and we're almost 15 minutes into the video. We actually haven't covered this so far. When you're playing demolition, let's say you're trying to get as many kills as you can. You're trying to whore out as many kills as humanly possible, and you're trying to get your kill streaks up, and you guys are trying to have fun. You just need to plant one of the bombs. That's it. The extra time that is allotted into demolition, I forget how long, isn't it? It's like an extra 3 minutes or extra 5 minutes. I don't remember, but there is extra time. Once the attacking team detonates a bomb, they add like 3 or 5 minutes of extra time into the game. and that extra time you basically use just to go out and get more kills, have more fun. And so you notice like they plant B, they plant A, we let them have it. Then they came up and planted B, and we're like, oh, let's not lose. Let's make sure we get this planted or get this defused. And that's just kind of how it works. So you kind of just give. So when you're on defense, you basically give them the bomb. And when you're on offense, you only plant one bomb and just completely avoid the other one. That's kind of how Demolition's played if you're playing with a full party and you're playing against randoms. Now, mind you, a complete opposite end of the spectrum. You can completely go a different route with this completely. And let's say we weren't playing horrible people, because only horrible people get spawn trapped, guys. Let's say this first and foremost. Let's be very clear about this. If we're going up against a good team of players, they're not going to be spawn trapped. And the fact that you can only spawn trap on like 3 maps in this game, the chances of us getting one of those maps and just so happen to be facing a good team are very slim. So spawn trapping is not even really that prevalent. Basically, is the whole point of what I'm trying to say. It's not really that prevalent. If you are facing a good team, then it's not really gonna you're not gonna spawn trap them. They will get out, they will shoot you, they will throw grenades or throw stuns as soon as they spawn. They'll screw it up a little bit and make their way out of it, fight their way out of it, use tactical insurgents. There's ways out of it. You don't spawn trap good players. You don't. It's just, ooh, look at all these people. You just don't spawn trap good players. It's just something that it just doesn't happen. And if you're actually if you're with a party and you're facing a party in Demolition on either Black Ops or Modern Warfare 2, it's a very competitive game mode, which is why we came here in the first place. But we know that the people on the other team were completely horrible because we played them the game before. We knew that this was a spawn trappable map, so we decided we're going to try it, and we got it. And but if let's say on the opposite end of the spectrum, we were facing people that had an idea of what they were doing. If they could make their way out of the spawn trap, then yeah, this wouldn't have happened. It would have just been a regular run-of-the-mill game of Demolition on Rundown. They would have made their way out. We would have fought. We would have planted bombs. We would have defused bombs. We would have had a good time. Game wouldn't have lasted 20 minutes. We would have tried to win it in 2 rounds. We would have just went at them. But like I said, not the case. And so basically the whole point of this video, we're going to be reviewing right now. We're going to be reviewing the video. Spawn trapping is prevalent in older Call of Duties. It's a good part of the older Call of Duties. One, it's fun to do, and if you don't think it's fun to do, well then it's not going to, it doesn't necessarily happen all the time. It's actually pretty hard to coordinate and get it down perfectly. I also believe it's a necessary evil in terms of the spawn system. I really do. If they try and make a spawn system against, Modern Warfare 3 spawn system is kind of different. It's kind of a revenge-based spawn system where if you kill someone and then they'll try and spawn them behind you to get them their revenge, which that basically just appeases newer players who are like, oh boy, I'm gonna take him out. Because someone like me, if someone shoots me, my first instinct is not, oh my god, that son of a bitch needs to die. No, I just, okay, on to the next one. Wherever they spawn me, I take over that area. We're gonna do well. The whole revenge-based spawn system is for simple-minded players. If you're that devoted to revenge killing somebody. So the revenge-based spawn system, that was there just to appease people who were just new to the game and don't really have any idea what's going on. And the whole fair spawn system, I guess you would say, is probably the most unfair thing in the history of Call of Duty. What is fair about us winning the game or doing well in the game on purpose, grabbing the right flags, doing everything right, and still having them spawn behind us because one player, supposedly walked too far into their area or something like that. Basically, the older Call of Duty was broken down into 2 bases, their base and your base. And Modern Warfare 3, if you take a step into their base, all of a sudden your base becomes their base, and it's just a big cluster, and it's just horrible. But I hope you guys all enjoyed this gameplay commentary. I know it was kind of out there, but it's kind of hard to stay on topic for me. Me personally, I never stay on topic in my commentaries, and especially a 20-minute one. But I think I got my point across. I really do. But a final score of 147 kills, 13 assists, and 5 deaths. Yeah, I almost had triple the amount of assists than I did deaths for that gameplay, so it was pretty good. Notice people on the other team: non-prestige, 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 10th prestige, who is obviously got into a challenge lobby. A 10th prestige that joined late, and then some other guy, probably a non-prestige. Yeah, that's basically, we weren't playing good people. If we were facing an organized team, or even just people who knew each other and were communicating on the mic, that wouldn't have happened. But like I said, spawn trapping, necessary evil, and it's fun to do. Like I said, it's fun to do. So I don't know. Maybe it's a guilty COD pleasure. It may not be the most respected thing in the world, but it's fun to do every now and again. And hopefully it makes for entertaining videos like that too. So if you guys enjoyed, remember, rate the video. Let me know in the comment section below. Spawn trapping, necessary evil or unnecessary evil? Let me know. Remember, rate the video. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.